Inside the RV once again, I crash down into the driver's seat and kick my feet up onto the dash. It's a relief to sit on something soft. Like a satellite, Marina hovers around me, expectant. So that was a failure, obviously.
Think it might be in a different part of the canyon?
Maybe, but we're not gonna find out. We could spend days out here and not find anything. Most likely, someone else found it before us. Maybe even this whole treasure hunt maybe before this whole treasure hunt thing started. She stares at the ground, then perks back up.
It's okay, though. All we can do is move on.
Reaching into the glove compartment, she brings out the journal and hands it to me.
Come on, me why the human travel guide's the best.
I look at her for a moment, then with a smile, gently take it from her. Sure thing. That's the first and only time you're ever gonna call me that, okay?
Hey.
I flipped through the journal and skimmed the pages. I skipped one of the entries last time because it looked like a jumbled puzzle. But we're gonna find the rest of the treasure, then we need to tackle this head on. Bracing myself for the confusion, I find the entry and groan.
Right to you today, not from my dear Lamasi's winged landmark, but from a destination on an unforeseen detour. In my journey eastbound, I encountered a split within the Blessed Road. I encountered many of these on my travels, but this one triggered a thought, that maybe, perhaps, I've been too obvious with my hiding. Let us assume a jealous peer wanted to track me. Paranoia or not, if they so desired, they easily could. Seed's prints are set within the sand, and I have not disguised my livelihood. In fact, one may call these a trail. If one were to follow this trail, they may even have been a plot of my bounty. The likelihood of this is very slim. However, I've always considered myself to be a man who only takes calculated risks, which is why I'm shocked that this thought never had crossed my mind before. Surely an intelligent, rugged, and worthy individual such as myself would have come to this conclusion by now. Perhaps I am none of those things.
Having an identity crisis.
Nonetheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled. After I had covered enough distance, I found a satisfactory location. Acres of identical arched stones were spread across this area. The more I traveled, the more there were. On occasion, I had seen some, but never so close together, nor so plentiful. I do worry one could narrow down the gold if they had the will. Last, the remnants of my illness reappeared, forcing me to find a resting site. Eventually, I settled between two stones, unlike the arched stone. I often feared they would fall or collapse on me, but their balance seemed steady and provided shade and scenery. Once again, rested and determined. This detour took precious time away from me. I very much feel it was worth the security it provides, even if it was unnecessary. Oh, is that thematic relevance?
I guess.
Is that thematic?
Maybe.
Yes, this morning I looked in my pouch. It would appear as if I have enough gold for one last burial. Mossy's landmark seems more proper for this.
Oh no.
No? Does that mean you don't know where it's at?
The opposite. I know exactly where it's at.
And what's the problem?
I lean back in the chair and look at the ceiling. It's in Arches National Park.
Well, then let's go.
I ignore her and keep looking at the ceiling. Arches has over 2,000 natural stone arches. The minor city hid it between two stones. She blinks. I sigh. An arch is a rock formation that curves in the air. Think of it as like an upside-down U. Finally, she gets the message. Her face morphs into a blank canvas and she stares out the windshield.
Oh no.
Yeah. If we want to find this thing, then we need to look between every single of the arches. After a moment of petrified silence, Marina takes back the journal and returns it to its proper place in the glove compartment. With a shaky smile, Marina looks back at me and tries blowing it off.
The Arches National Park, huh? Somewhere in Moab, right? Or been?
With a shaky grin of my own, I respond, totally ignoring the impossible feat ahead of us. Yeah, I went to Moab a long time ago. Arches is really famous. Like, world famous. I'd never heard of it until now. We're both sweating, staring at the long road ahead as we try our best to make casual conversation. It's like a game of chicken. Who's gonna break first?
I've always wanted to go.
Where have you vacationed to before?
Honestly, nowhere. Out of the state, at least.
For real? Not even to visit family?
Grandparents live in New Mexico, too. I think only my big brother's been outside of the state.
You got any other siblings, or is it just you two? She shakes her head.
There's 9 of us. I got 2 younger brothers, 3 older brothers, an older sister, and 2 little sisters.
I whistle. Damn, that's a big-ass Christmas card.
Right? At some point, it's just like, are you ever gonna stop? Almost the fingers to count on.
Wow, okay. Chuckling, I stand up and walk to the back. Marina follows behind me.
What about you? Do you have any siblings?
Nah, just me. Otherwise, they'd probably be riding around this old thing with us. As I say that, I collapse down onto my bed, sprawling out. Sitting up front felt good, but this is heavenly. The bed sinks a little as she takes a seat on its edge.
Getting there. We're getting there.
I can't
Getting
really,
there.
I can't really imagine having a single brother or sister. Definitely not 8 of them. But I guess they don't all live at home?
Actually,
You're kidding.
only one of my brothers moved out. It's a little worse. Like, I have to make a reservation to take a shower.
No wonder you ran away.
Much. As soon as I finished school, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here.
How long ago was that?
It's a couple of months. Ish.
What'd you major in? Oh god! Like, what'd you get your degree in?
College, school. I just finished high school.
Huh? Using my elbows, I prop myself up.
What?
How old are you? Putting her hands on her hips, Marina puffs out her cheeks and looks offended.
I'll have you know it's very rude to ask a lady her age.
Amber just wants to make sure she's not a pedophile. Just, like, let her know. She deflates.
I'm 18. Why?
Oh,
Okay.
thank God. I let myself fall back again. I was afraid you were going to be underage and that I'd get arrested for kidnapping or something, and nothing else.
No way. Besides, I told you my parents were fine with it. Accepted it. How about you? How old are you?
Just a year older. Oh, Amber's only 19?
You're only 19?
I'm fucking older than Amber. Now it's her turn to be shocked. How old did you think I was? Marina busts up laughing. I'm actually a little embarrassed. I look away, blowing my hair back from my face.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I figured you were like my age or a bit older. Years at most.
I don't look at her, staring at the wall.
Come on, don't be mad. I was just playing.
All of a sudden, she sounds seriously regretful. I want to mess with her, but the puppy dog look she gives me over her shoulders is too hard to resist. Sorry, what? My hearing must be getting bad in my old age. She throws a pillow at me from the bed beside her. I deflect it with my arm.
Save Granny.
Now she leans back too, staring up at the ceiling. Her hair spreads across my leg. I don't move it. Then I realize that all the worry and nervousness we had about the arches is gone. Somewhere along the line we just forgot about it. Huh. I don't know when we reached the point in our relationship where we could be comfortable being this close to each other, but I'm glad that we have. Maybe, just maybe, I'm enjoying the closeness a little too much. It's been a long time since I've dated someone. Gramps' health made having a girlfriend impossible. There just wasn't any time for anyone else. Hell, I hardly had time for myself. Not that I'd cared. I'd do it all over again. Still, it's nice. Having someone to talk to, so it's not just me and my thoughts. Just as I'm about to settle into the mood, she sits up and stretches.
Pretty sleepy. Are you going to bed soon?
Nah, I took a nap earlier, so I'm good. It's only a few hours to Moab, so I'll just drive us there tonight.
Oh, huh?
Well, yeah. Something wrong?
Oh, I was just kind of wondering.
She trails off. Wondering?
How far away is the Grand Canyon?
From here? I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, but it's in the total opposite direction that we're going.
Oh,
When are
okay.
are they actually gonna go to the Grand Canyon?
God, I hope so.
The crestfallen look on her face should be illegal.
I should have looked at the map before I asked.
Smiling, she turns and heads for bed, disappointment clinging to her like perfume.
And Amber.
Leaning against my pillows, I watch as she slowly trots off to the back. Come on now, I'm not that heartless. Wait a sec. One more thing. She freezes, mid-step. I guess since I was going to drive all night anyway, we can make a detour. A pretty big detour too, so don't blame me if the treasure is all gone by the time we're done. She turns around, hope springing in her face now. But I guess it is like a requirement that you see the Grand Canyon when you're sightseeing in Arizona, so that's what we'll do. I feel like I have irrational anger at this part because I already named an episode Amber and Marina go to the Grand Canyon as like a joke because I didn't think they were actually going to do it in the story. You've got a lot of... Yeah.
Now they actually go to the Grand Canyon. For realsies this time.
You've got a lot of occasions to make up for. All of the tiredness and disappointment vanishes in an instant, like a bird taking flight. She hurries back over to where I'm just standing up. A trademark Marina crash tackle hug knocks me into my butt in bed again. I pat her on
what it is! It's a glove!
Yeah. I pat her on the back a couple of times before she rises.
Have I ever told you you're the best?
Probably, but don't you forget it.
Couldn't if I tried.
Goof. I poke her in the belly as I make my way to the front again. Grab me an energy drink from the fridge, will you? When she sits down in the passenger seat, she has 2 cans of the energy drink. Thought you were going to bed.
Wait, I'm too excited now. I'll keep you company on the drive. So it's only like 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Beats me. Sounds right. I pop open the tab on my drink and take a long draught. It tastes awful, but it wakes me up like nothing else. I guess the makers cut out sweeteners and nice flavors for more stimulants. To drink faster, I hold my breath and hide the taste and chug. Gasping, I crumple the empty can and toss it into a trash bag. Marina, on the other hand, sips it daintily, wincing each time.
People seriously drink this stuff?
Somehow. It works though. I'm pretty sure the strongest you can get is without a prescription. After taking another sip, Marina retches and sticks her tongue out. She reminds me of a cat with fur stuck on its tongue. She sets the can on the cup holder beside me.
Not mine, I can't drink this.
I'd have a heart attack if I drank too. Just leave it and I'll drink it tomorrow. Because the only way to improve an awful energy drink is to let it get warm and flat. As I start the RV, Marina says something, but it's soft enough that I can't hear her over the engine revving. What was that? Old lady hearing failing on me again. Smiling, she shakes her head.
I'm just saying thanks again.
Don't thank me yet. I could fall asleep at the wheel and kill us both.
At least I died happy.
Okay.
Oh, no, though, not just that. For taking me with you and doing the treasure hunt and everything.
You must be super tired. You're saying all sorts of weird stuff now.
I mean it. I know it's kind of random. I'm just really happy I met you.
After a moment of blushing, I laugh a little under my breath. Yeah, me too. I prevent any more cheesy conversation from carefully pulling out by carefully pulling out of the parking lot and back onto the exit road. I'm definitely glad that Marina's enjoying herself. I'm having fun too. But talking about that sort of thing, it makes me all squirmy inside. Like I don't match up to what Marina thinks of me. Pushing those thoughts out of my head, I focus on the road. We have to keep our eyes peeled for animals out here. There are a lot of stray dogs in this part of the state, and dozens of deer and antelope just waiting to race cars. The road is devoid of other vehicles, though, and since I know the exits to make, more or less, we should make pretty good time. Once we get back onto the highway, Marina hoists the bucket of tapes onto her lap.
You want to listen to?
I glance beneath the road and the bin, scanning both. I settle on an album I haven't had the heart to listen to in a while, but it feels like tonight is the right time. I fish out the tape and slide it into the player. As the first chord starts up, I watch Marina's face for a reaction. It won't have the same sentimental value to her, I know, but it's an emotional album in general, lots of dynamics to the music and simple but heartfelt songwriting. Gramps used to try to play along, but said he couldn't quite capture the feeling himself. As I'd hoped, Marina's quiet, which means that she's listening. Her cheek is pressed against the window again. Her reflection, barely visible, looks wistful. Good. For the second time today, a growing pressure starts in my eyes. I paw at them, and the motion catches Marina's attention.
Sure you're not too tired?
Oh yeah, my eyes are just a little itchy.
That's what it feels like when you're tired.
Damn, my voice shakes as I speak. But if she notices, she doesn't say anything. His album was another one of Gramps' favorites, and there's a reason I haven't listened to it since he passed. Turning it on might have been a mistake. We may yet go off the road if I end up crying, or I might just die of embarrassment. I sniffle a couple of times to keep myself under control. Damn allergies. I don't even know if she hears me. I'm kind of tempted to turn it off and play something else, but I want Marina to hear it. It won't mean anything special to her, I'm sure. I want to see what she thinks. See if maybe Gramps and I were crazy, or if there was more to the music than the man playing it. He was a guitarist and songwriter who just went by the name of June. Died a few years ago. Fighting back the nostalgia and the bubbling feelings of how much I miss Gramps is hard. I'll be able to hold on, though, and keep from breaking down. 45 minutes later, when the tape ends, Marina hits the play button again to start it over. I'd say it was worth it. I let it play on for hours, long after Marina's fallen asleep beside me.
Act end?
Damn, that was a good scene.
That was a short act.